Welcome back to the channel, folks. It is a cool day here in upstate New York, and this is a cool looking bike. It's from Movcan. It's the V30 MAX. It looks more like a motorcycle than it does a bike, and I'll be honest with you, it has some really sharp looking mag rims, dual batteries, dual suspension. Can't wait to test ride and review it. I hope this bike rides and feels as good as it looks. But before we do that, let's take a look at some of the specs. The V30 MAX is going to be $1,299 on the Movcan website. And you have two color options, black or brown. The recommended rider height is 5'5" to 6'5". The bike weighs 98 pounds and has a max payload of 350 pounds. What we have here is the brown version, and you can see the seat is brown along with the sidewalls of the tires. Movcan says you're going to get 70 to 75 miles of range electric mode and 115 to 120 miles of range with pedal assist. I'm sure that's going to be on pedal assist level 1 on flat ground with a light rider. The V30 MAX is going to get speeds up to 28 miles per hour. You'll have 5 levels of pedal assist. Buried inside these sweet looking mag rims is a 1500 watt hub motor. The V30 MAX has 45 Newton meters of torque. You're going to have Logan hydraulic disc brakes with some really thick 160 millimeter rotors. You're going to have dual suspension. You're going to have adjustable suspension toward the rear and suspension up to the front that's not going to be adjustable. A Shimano tourney derailleur with derailleur guard. You're going to have 2 batteries on this bike. On your top battery, you're going to have your key slot on the left and a power strength indicator up at the top. And on your lower battery, you're going to have your key slot on the left and a power strength indicator on the top as well here. On the right side of the battery, both are going to have their charging ports. The top one is going to take a pin charger, and you're going to have a little bit of a different style on the charging port for the bottom battery, but they do give you 2 separate chargers, which is really nice. Let's show you how easy it is to remove these batteries so that you can charge them off the bike as well. You're simply going to take your key, insert it and turn it, and push forward on the battery to the top, and that'll lift it right off. Simple as that. To reattach the battery, just place it back in position and push it back. For the bottom battery, you just insert your key, turn it, lift it up just like that. Really simple. To reattach it, just get it back into position, latch it back down, and lock it back up. Super simple. On the left side of the handlebars, you're going to have a separate on-off switch for your headlight, which is really nice because it doesn't dim your display when you're riding. You're going to have left and right turn signals and a horn. You'll also have your control pad, which is going to have your power button and your plus and minus button to control the different pedal assist levels. On the right side of the handlebars, you're going to have your twist throttle and a 7-speed Shimano thumb shifter. To the center of the bike, you'll have your control display, and at the bottom, you're going to have a micro USB-C charger. It's really nice because that's the newer technology. The hand grips are made of a hard rubber. They have a flat spot for your palm, and they don't move at all when you're riding. Included is a front rack. This bike has some really sharp black mag rims, and it complements the tan wall tires really nice. Not only do you get this nice daytime running light in the front, it has a really cool halo effect. You also have a bright headlight in the center as well. So not only do you have a tail light, you also have a brake light and turn signals left and right. And the brake light's also going to work even when the headlights are off. You're going to have a nice control display, and it's going to show you things like your battery strength, what speed you're going, the pedal assist level you're in by hitting the plus or minus button, your miles, your average miles, and if you hit the power button quickly, it'll show you your max speed and your average speed. And if you hold down the minus button, you'll put the bike into a walking mode. You're also going to have cruise control. To get into the advanced settings, you'll hold down the plus and minus button at the same time, but I don't recommend you do that unless you really know what you're doing. And if you do change anything, make sure that you write down the settings just in case you need to go back to them later. I really like the way the handlebars are set up, and if you wanted to, you can loosen up the stem and pull them back or bring them forward as much as you want so you can find your comfort level when you're riding. This brown seat looks really sharp on the bike. I think it complements it well, and it's super comfortable. This thing has a lot of padding, probably one of the most comfortable seats I've ever sat on. And if you want, you can sit toward the front or pull yourself toward the back to reach the pedals easier. The V30 MAX is equipped with a cadence sensor, which means you're not going to have to pedal too hard to get this bike going. You're going to have dual 48 volt, 31.2 amp hour removable batteries. You'll be able to charge the batteries in about 6 to 7 hours with the 54.6 2 amp hour fast chargers. You'll have two, one for each battery. Included are front and rear plastic fenders. You'll have metal pedals with reflectors, a single-sided chain guard, and you're also going to have foot pegs so your passenger can ride comfortable as well. Okay folks, the Movcan V30 MAX, and we're taking it out on our first ride. This is going to be a fun one. Let's get to it. See how this bike handles out here in the snow. That seat is comfortable. I'm actually leaning back a bit. Kind of sink down into the seat. I feel like I'm on a little chopper. We're gonna have a little fun with the Movcan. Let's get a feel for it, pedaling it with no throttle, and see how this bike feels. Pedal assist level 0, drop it down into gear 2, and yeah, we're moving right along. So right now we're pedaling this bike and we have no motor assist whatsoever. When you let go of the handlebars, the front end balances. It's really loose, so you're not going to want to just keep your hands off of the handlebars, but I don't recommend anyone do that anyways. You should always be keeping your hands on the handlebars. I do notice my feet, the back of my foot is hitting the pegs back there a little bit, so we might take them off. We'll see. Riding the bike in gear 2, let's go down to 1. I'm going up a slight incline, gear 1, pedal assist level 0, no problem. You can see my legs moving. You're not going to want to ride like this all the time. You're going to be riding this bike throttle only. We're going to come out here to the main road, go to gear 7, pedal assist level 5, and see how quick this bike goes. Squeaking them brakes a little, got them all wet. We're going to go to gear 7, pedal assist level 5, and see how fast we can get this bike going. So we're at 25, 28, effortlessly went right up to 28, there's 29, there's 30, 31, 32. So there's 32 miles an hour. This bike's going to have a cadence sensor on it, so you don't have to work too hard to pedal it. Let's see what the throttle only goes up to. 23, 25, 27, 28, 28.7, and we're in cruise control. Keep that in mind. When you hold your throttle down steady, it engages the cruise control, and you're going to need to hit your brake to turn it off. We're definitely going to be riding in some snow here. Okay, we're on the snow braking. Get a little feel for it. Let's see how quick this bike is going, throttle only. 0 to 20 and then 0 to top speed. We'll try to stay out of the really slick snow over on this side. 0 to 20 and 0 to top speed. Let's see how quick this bike gets there. Here we go. I started a half a second late there. That's all right. Let's see what we get here. 16 miles an hour. 18, 19, there's 20. 21. 24, 26, 27. All right, 27 miles an hour. Let's take a look at our GPS and see if this bike is going the speed the GPS says it is. We're doing 13, 15, 14, 17, 15, 18, 16, 19, 17. So it looks like the GPS is about 2 to 3 miles an hour slower than the bike says we're going. So something's gonna need to change there in the settings. We'll have to take a look at some of the wheel diameter and things like that. For now, we'll use our GPS. One thing I noticed about this bike is the turn radius is great. It turns tight for sure. Okay, we're gonna do a brake test. As soon as we hit this white line with the stuff on it, we're gonna hit our brakes. Each parking space is about 9 feet. We'll do it on the side of the line so we don't scuff it all up. Let's do it. We'll do a 20 and a top speed. So here we go, let's get 20 miles per hour, and it is snowing, wet, so we're gonna be safe first, but let's do it. There's 12, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, there's 20. And that's pretty accurate. So that's 2.5 parking spaces. Let's get it up to top speed and see how far we go when we slam on them brakes. It is snowing, cold, and slippery, so we do want to be careful. With that in mind, let's do it. 15. There's 22. No, there's 21. 22. 25. 26. 26.7. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 3.5 to 3 3/4. I think it was 27. It was hard for me to look down. Okay, we're going to test out the 5 different pedal assist levels, 1 through 5, and see how quick this bike goes pedaling in each. So from pedal assist level 1, we're doing 4, 5, 6, 7. Pedal assist level 2, 9, 11, 12, and 3, 14, 17, 18, and 4, we're doing 20, 21, 22, and then 5, we're doing 23, 24, 25, 26. So it looks like GPS verified 26, and our display is saying 28. So they're about 2 miles per hour off. I'm 255 pounds, 5'11", so this bike's pulling some weight. Let's get a feel for this bike off-road. You know, you gotta understand it's pretty cold out here too. And when you're riding a bike, the wind chill factor is way colder. So if it's 28, the wind chill factor is gonna be way colder. And that's because the cold air is just blowing on you the whole time you're riding. Okay, here's where it gets bumpy. Here we go. It cut through here like butter. Like butter. I think my rack hit the light. And yeah, got no problem riding through these trails. I'll be quite honest with you. It's smooth, it's comfortable, and it feels like it wants to be out here. Yeah, no problem. There's a short but steep incline. We're gonna try to ride right up at throttle only. It's right over here. All right, throttle only. A little slipping, but we made it. You can see that front suspension seems to be working just fine as well. And we have rear suspension. So it's a pretty comfortable bike. Let's get a side profile so you can see my posture while I'm riding. And you can see I can pedal this bike. I'm 5'11" and I'm pedaling this bike. Right now we're in pedal assist level 0, gear 3, and I'm pedaling this bike. Let's drop it down to 1. You can see how quick my legs move. And there's my pedaling posture. And yeah, I'm reaching forward. I can pull up a little bit, get closer to the handlebars, or I can pull the handlebars back a little bit. I kind of like sitting back, more of a comfort ride, just the way I am now. And the turning radius on this bike is really good. We don't get any interference up here, so I like the way they designed it. I'll show you what I mean. I can turn the handlebars and turn within this parking space, no problem. They did a nice job with that up front here. Here we go, let's get out here and get a feel for it in the snow a little bit. Yeah, it handles just fine. Throttle only through the snow. Giddy up. I can stop on a dime. If I lift up a little, get a little skid action going. 2 points. Actually, I don't know how many points is soccer. Maybe it's 1. Maybe that's 1 point. So yeah, front suspension, that's really good. And the rear suspension is also really very comfortable. So you're gonna be comfortable when riding this bike over those bumps and rough terrain, no doubt about it. Okay, so what are some of the things that I like about this bike? I really like the electronics. I like that it has blinkers. I like that it has a loud horn. I like the handlebars, the turn radius, the dual batteries, the dual suspension. I like that it comes with fenders front and rear. There's a lot I like about the bike. One of the things that I noticed I might have to take a look at and adjust is those the pegs on the back. They hit my my heel when I'm riding. So I either gotta maybe pull my feet up forward more when pedaling or take them off. But honestly, I really don't plan on pedaling this bike much anyways. But it's a fun bike to ride. Okay, that's gonna wrap this one up. The test ride and review of the Movcan V30 MAX. And if you're interested in purchasing this e-bike, there'll be links in the description for you to do so. Like always, thanks for watching. Ride safe, have fun. See ya.